Hi everybody, welcome to Relished. I'm Alli, I'm a nutritionist and a yoga teacher and author of the Smoothie Book. And I'm here to talk to you about nutrition every week. This week we're talking about carrots. I'm going to talk a little bit about the background and the types of carrots that are out there, lots of nutrition information, and then we're going to end the show with a recipe for Carrot Paratha, which is an Indian style flatbread. They look super good, super good. So that's the show. Welcome to Relished. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the chat. I've already started a little conversation in the chat. I put the link to the recipe in there. So you can see in the chat, it says relish.com, lots of things, Carrot Paratha. So click on that if you want to see the recipe. And I also put my Instagram in the chat, which is at Alli Shercliffe, because I always post the week after, or the days following the show on Monday. I usually post a picture of the outcome of the recipe. So check out my Instagram. I always keep you up to date on all the other shows. So that's it. That is the chat. So put any questions or comments in the chat. I love talking during the show. So welcome. Here we are. We are talking about carrots. Oh, and I also wanted to show you these really nice flowers behind me. My husband got them for me for Mother's Day, and they're just so beautiful. Thought they would be really nice on the show as well. My friend Amy does flowers, and she made them. So that's that. Okay, let's talk about the history and background of carrots. So what is a carrot? According to the dictionary, a carrot is a tapering orange-colored root eaten as a vegetable, which we all pretty much know what a carrot is. So the original carrot, the original wild carrot of the world, was white and or purple. There are different versions, but white and or purple, and the root was a lot thinner, and it oftentimes maybe had like fingers, or I don't know if you've ever grown carrots at your house, but sometimes, you see they like twist together or they look like fingers. So a little bit more rustic looking, I guess. And the original ones were found in the wild in Afghanistan, in that region. So, carrots are also in the same family as parsley and cilantro, which we talked about cilantro a couple weeks ago. I've got some here I wanted to show you. This is what we do at our house to keep the cilantro fresh. And carrot greens. So if you buy your carrots with the greens still on them, cut the greens off, put them in a glass of water, and it'll keep them, and I use them for sauteing. Sometimes I just saute the greens with some onion and garlic and olive oil. Super good. So anyway, same family as parsley and cilantro, also known as coriander. Let's see. So carrots originated in modern day Afghanistan, like we just said, and they soon from there became indigenous to Europe, North Africa, and Asia. So they basically spread to large portions of the world. The orange carrot is the most nutritious of all the different types. So there are white, there are purple, there are yellow, there are red, there are orange. Orange is the most popular one, and it has the most vitamins. It has the most beta carotene, which we will get into much more thoroughly during the show. Let's see. Today's carrots have 50% more beta carotene than carrots from the 1970s. If that was interesting, maybe the soil is richer. So let's see. And modern carrot breeders have refined the process of growing carrots, so they're smoother, they're sweeter, they have more uniform shape and flavor. So it's evolved a lot over time. So varieties. I'm not going to go into super detail about the varieties, but there are two main varieties of what I've found. There are the Eastern or Asiatic or anthocyanin carrots, and those are the purplish black carrots. I have definitely seen those like at Trader Joe's and the multi-mix carrots, or any grocery where you can get like the multicolored carrots. You see that purplish black one. And they're traditionally grown in Turkey, Afghanistan, Egypt, Pakistan, and India. And they're not as high in the beta-carotene as the orange ones. So they're still cultivated, especially in Asia, but they're quickly getting replaced with the orange carrot. And then the other type is the Western or carotene carrot, which is the orange, red, or white carrot that we are most familiar with. And those come in lots of different varieties. So of the orange types, there are lots of different varieties. I thought this was so interesting. So there are Danvers, which are the longer, skinnier, tapered versions. And then the Nantes, which are almost perfectly cylindrical. And then there's the Imperator, which is the most common kind that we see at the grocery store. It apparently is similar to the Danver, but a little bit larger. And then there's the Chantenay, which is great, I found out, if you have rocky soil or soil that isn't super rich. It can grow really well in those. And then there's the ball or mini carrot, which are smaller. They're shaped more like radishes, and they can also grow in smaller containers because the root is shorter. So lots of different kinds. That I found that very, very interesting. So let's see. I'm going to take a sip of my water. Okay. Nutrition information. So much information about nutrition on carrots because they're so good for you. I knew, we all know that carrots are good for us, but I was extra glad to find out a lot of other things I didn't necessarily know because we eat a lot of carrots at our house. We have a lot of carrot sticks for lunch and snacks, and put them in a lot of sauteed veggie mixtures or fried rice. So they're very versatile vegetables. So raw carrots are 88% water and 9% carbohydrate. And then the rest of the percentage is just a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat, but kind of non-mentionable amounts. So mostly carb, mostly water. Carrots get their characteristic bright orange color from the beta-carotene that's in them. They're also good sources of vitamin K and vitamin B6, and they are rich in antioxidants and fiber and vitamins. So we're going to go over that a little bit more specifically. I'm just doing a quick overview. And let's see. What else? So let's dive right in. That was the overview. So carrots are a really great source of beta-carotene, which is converted to vitamin A in our body, which is important for our eye health. And also vitamin K, potassium, fiber, vitamin C. So rich in a lot of vitamins and minerals. Cooking carrots does help us absorb the beta-carotene a little bit better, but you're still going to get a lot of beta-carotene from eating raw carrots. So definitely still eat raw carrots. If you eat raw carrots, just know that if you heat them, it's just a little bit more available to our bodies. And the vitamin A that it's converted to is much better absorbed if you have a little bit of fat when you consume the carrots, because vitamin A is fat soluble, which means it absorbs better in the presence of fat. So have a carrot salad with oil, or have some nuts or seeds or avocado with your carrot. So just some sort of fat. Carrots are also a great source of antioxidants, like we just said. The beta-carotene and the vitamin C are two examples. The body absorbs the beta-carotene through our intestines and converts it to the vitamin A there during digestion. So the beta-carotene is considered a provitamin, which means it is transformed into a vitamin A. So we all know carrots are good for our eyes. It's kind of the biggest association I think that we think of when we think of carrots. So when the beta carotene is converted to vitamin A, it keeps our eyes healthy, protecting us against the sun and against cataracts and other eye issues that we may encounter in our life. Carrots also contain other antioxidants called lutein and zeaxanthin. And the combination of those two may help prevent macular degeneration, which is another age-related vision loss that could happen. So, carrots are good. They've got the antioxidants, they've got the lutein, the zeaxanthin, they've got the beta carotene that transforms into vitamin A. So, good for our eyes. Good for our eyes. We're going to talk about night vision at the end, but I have some interesting pieces of information about that. So, stay tuned. Okay, so carrots may help lower our risk of cancer as well, and that's because of a couple of different reasons. The antioxidants that are found in carrots, help fight free radicals. We talk about this a lot in the show. Free radicals can come into our body and attack our immune system and attack our cells. So it's really good to have those antioxidants because they get rid of those free radicals, therefore helping our immune system, helping do some cancer prevention. Also eating foods that are carotenoid rich, such as carrots, and high fiber diet, such as carrots, may lower our risk of colon cancer because it's good for our digestive system. Lots of good stuff with carrots. So that's good news. And carrots may also boost our immune system. So the vitamin C in carrots, of course, is an antioxidant and it strengthens our immune system. The vitamin C also helps us absorb iron better, which is good for our body and help prevent infections. And also vitamin C is found in our immune cells, which fight off disease. So vitamin C, good for us. It's in the carrots. Carrots are also a good source of fiber, which we talked about. That's really good. And carrots may also help control diabetes, which you may not think so because they are mostly carbohydrate, but I will explain why in just one moment. Okay, so the fiber in carrots may help control blood sugar levels, may help prevent type 2 diabetes, and may help manage blood sugar levels for people that have the type 2 diabetes. So the high fiber kind of slows down the absorption of carbohydrates, so that's a good thing. And also, carrots are low in the glycemic index, which we talked about in another episode. So glycemic index, it's 0 to 100 is the index. The lower the number, the better. So carrots are low in the glycemic index. The higher glycemic index foods tend to spike our blood sugar quicker, and the lower glycemic index foods do not. So carrots are low in the glycemic index, which is a good thing, especially if you're looking at your blood sugar, things like that. And let's see. And the fiber and the potassium in carrots could help our blood pressure. They find that, so potassium helps our blood vessels relax, and that can help reduce our blood pressure. So diets that are high in potassium are good, and and carrots have a good amount of potassium, so that's good. The vitamin C in carrots is also good for our skin and for wound healing. Vitamin C helps in the production of collagen, which collagen, helps keep our skin elastic. It's a major component in our connective tissue, and helps keep our skin healthy and helps with wound healing as well. So many good things about vitamin C. So many good things about beta carotene and vitamin A. Carrots are good for our bone health. The vitamin K, calcium, and phosphorus that are found in carrots can help keep our bones strong and may help prevent osteoporosis. So, strong bones, that's good. And the carotenoids or the antioxidants in carrots have been shown to maybe help reduce inflammation as well, which we know chronic inflammation is not good for our body. So that is good that we can get a reduction of inflammation from carrots. So is there a risk? Are there risks in eating too many carrots? Not really, but it is true that if you eat too many carrots, your skin could turn orange. That condition is called carotenemia, which is when the skin turns orange or yellowish orange. It's fairly harmless and it can be treated, but definitely, if you notice that is happening, then back off on the carrots. Too much beta carotene typically isn't a problem, but some people can't convert that beta carotene into vitamin A, such as people with hypothyroidism. So that could be an issue that happens with people with that condition. So some people find that eating a lot of carrots can cause their mouth to itch, which that's interesting. It's called oral allergy syndrome. And our bodies may react to the proteins in some fruits and vegetables. So that could happen, but I think it's fairly rare. And apparently it doesn't happen as much if the carrots are cooked. So if you've ever had that happen with a raw carrot, try cooked carrots, see if that helps. Okay, so the best way to store carrots, I know I mentioned the carrot greens, but we'll go over that again. The best way to store carrots is in a breathable bag, like a produce bag or a bag with holes, in the vegetable drawer, in the refrigerator. They can last a really long time. And then it's best if you cut the greens off and keep those separate in a glass of water, like I have for the cilantro right here. Or you can also keep the greens in a produce bag too. I've done that as well. And they're really good. They're really, really good. I chop them up sometimes, saute them with some onion and garlic, maybe some cumin and salt and pepper. They are delicious. Or they're great, like I've added them to fried rice or a stir fry or what have you. So if you have the greens, keep them because they're really, really good and good for you. So carrot juice. I thought I would just mention carrot juice because first of all, it's delicious. Second of all, it has lots of vitamins in it, and why not? There's a lot of talk about carrot juice. So especially people that like to go get juice, fresh juice, carrot juice has lots of good things to offer. So it's more concentrated than eating a carrot, so you're going to get lots of vitamin C, beta carotene, and potassium in carrot juice. One cup of carrot juice has 250% of the daily values for vitamin A. So in the form of beta carotene. It's also rich in vitamin B6, which is good for our immune system. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, and the potassium, like we said, is good for our blood pressure. And carrot juice has been found to also help with reducing inflammation. So carrot juice is good. Maybe some potential drawbacks are that the carrot juice doesn't have any of the fiber in it, so you're not going to get that benefit. And it does have more sugar than eating just a carrot, so if you're watching your blood sugar, just be sure to be aware of the amount of carbohydrates in it. And also, if you drink too much carrot juice, you could get that carotenemia, which is the carotenemia, which is when your skin turns orange. So, but it is really delicious. Sometimes it's good if you mix it with other things, like I'll make a beet, carrot, celery juice, and that is so refreshing. So refreshing. So, that's good. So anyway, let's talk about night vision, and then we're going to make some carrot paratha. So, do carrots or carrot juice give you better night vision? The answer is no, not necessarily. So basically, if you have a vitamin A deficiency, carrots are going to help with your vision because the deficiency could cause your vision to not be good. So if you have the deficiency, eating carrots is going to help, just vision in general. But most of us here in the U.S. don't have a vitamin A deficiency because it's found in a lot of foods and supplements and things like that. But the whole night vision thing was started by the Royal Air Force during the World War II. They said that their pilots were really successful in night battles because they ate carrots, which was just more of like a marketing thing for them, when really it was that they had very advanced radar technology. But people kind of stuck to that idea, and people are still talking about that, I think. I think I've always thought that too. That, ooh, eating a lot of carrots will make my night vision better. So it does help our eyes, though. So there's still good things about that. That's it. That's it on the info. Let's make these tortillas. I think I've been calling them tortillas. They're kind of more like flatbread, I guess. But I've already made the dough because it takes a little while for it to all come together. So I made the dough so that we can make the tortillas together during the show. So the dough has been resting, but the recipe is called Carrot Paratha. You've got the link right there. And it's on relish.com. The person that the recipe comes from is from Veg Recipes of India. She has a lot of really good recipes. And the dough. So the dough is whole wheat flour, grated carrots, very thinly sliced onions, cilantro. What else? I'm gonna look at the list. Oh, ginger. I did microplaned ginger. And you're supposed to put curry leaves. I didn't have those, so I didn't put them in. You're supposed to put a green chili in. I didn't do that either because I want my son to eat it, and it might be a little too spicy otherwise. So we can just put the jalapeno or whatever, the green chili on top. And salt, a little bit of oil, and you make the dough. So here's the dough. It almost looks like a meatball. Okay, you make the dough, and then you let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. Mine's been sitting for a while. So I'm going to sprinkle some flour onto the cutting board, and I'm going to get the skillet nice and hot. Nice and hot. Okay, so it says to roll the dough into a ball. Oh yeah. This is a nice texture. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. So I made a ball with the dough. And then I'm just putting a little bit of flour on it. And I'm going to put a little bit of flour on the rolling pin. I always like reasons to use rolling pins. And we're just going to roll it into a flat little shape, like a tortilla or a flatbread. And I think these are going to be really good. So interesting. I've never had a tortilla or a flatbread made with carrots in it. But how fun is that? Okay. So, kind of like pizza dough. And, you know, they don't have to be perfect circles. I'm more of a rustic cooker, or chef cooker. A rustic chef. So, it's okay that if they're not perfectly shaped. So we've got the dough all nicely rolled out. I'm going to pour some, so it says you can use ghee, you can use butter, you can use peanut oil. Yeah, I'm using peanut oil. I used that in one of my recipes in a previous episode, and I love it. It adds a nice flavor to recipes, and it's a good source of monounsaturated fat. 1 tablespoon of peanut oil has 10 grams of monounsaturated fat. This is the one I use. Just make sure you get like a good quality one. Okay. So it says for the pan to be nice and hot. So I made it nice and hot. I can tell it's already hot because the oil already melted, or it already is like pouring really easily. Okay. So we're putting the tortilla, I keep calling it tortilla, into the hot oil. This is exciting. So I'm making a vegetable curry tonight, and we have some rice. I've already made some rice, so I'm going to have these tortillas on the side. We can fill them with the curry. It's going to be really good. The curry has potatoes and garbanzo beans and lots of veggies, lots of carrots, zucchini. I usually just put whatever we have. and then you cook it in coconut oil. So, or the coconut oil, or coconut milk is the base of the curry. So, it's going to be really good. I can hear the tortilla already sizzling, or the paratha. I'm just going to call it what it should be called, paratha. Sizzle, sizzle. Speaking of carrots, there's some recipes in the smoothie book with carrots in them as well. So, I'll give you the link to where you can get this book. Oh yeah. It's cooking really, really nicely. It's like a pancake. I made pancakes at our house the other day. It's totally like that. And then you flip it. Then I'm going to put it on a plate. Probably best to put on a plate that's lined with a paper towel. So let's do that since I have paper towels right here. Okay, I'm going to line the plate with a paper towel because cooking in oil, it's good to soak it up. Wow. This looks good. It's bubbling really nicely. It always makes me happy when it looks like the picture of the recipe. This totally looks like the picture of the recipe. So interesting. And it has, I think the cilantro is going to make it really good. If you're not a cilantro person, we talked about this in the cilantro episode. Some people think it tastes like soap. So if you're one of those people, you could put parsley. You could put green onion. If you want that same green color, you could put carrot greens. Even better. I'm going to flip it one more time. So here we go. These are going to be really good. I think they would be really good for other things too, like a wrap. You know, you could put cheese, you could put veggies. So many options. So many options. We grilled paneer yesterday for Mother's Day. And you know how we made paneer cheese, the Indian cheese. We made that a few weeks ago in the milk episode. So that would be really good inside this too. Okay. I think the paratha, I think, is done. I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm going to put it on this. Let's do this. Keep this off the heat for a moment since it's the end of the show. But I want to be able to show you this. And it smells really good. Oh my goodness. It smells really good. And it has, you can smell the ginger. You can smell the cilantro. You can smell the onion. And a little bit of the carrot. So, give it a try. Okay, I'm going to put a link to where you can find the book. SureCliffWellness.com. AlliSureCliffWellness.com. But yes, or check out the Instagram, my Instagram, because that's where I always post pictures of these awesome recipes. Almost every recipe I make on the show is from Relish.com. There are over 50,000 recipes on Relish.com. And they're all awesome. So check it out. Thank you all so much for joining the show today. It's been a pleasure having you here. Today was carrots. Check out my Instagram. I'll be posting pictures of these awesome paratha and what we ate it with. So, have a great rest of your day. Thanks again. See you next time. Okay, bye.